Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats. Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Texas's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
They go to the ground. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense has the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Pushes and kicks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the... Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Got it behind the line. It's Maddox. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
Sends his first one of the day on. Matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw. It's Manning. Rifles it down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
They'll try the run. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Offense working from the pistol. The give to the single back. At the 40, there he goes. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll leave it with him. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better run.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistake.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Gives it to the back on the draw. Still on his feet at the 45. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the shotgun on third down. Release to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Maddox. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 4 over Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last one.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. And he'll take it all the way way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 21.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast.
Good.
10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets a block. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in there.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, man.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The give on the inside. Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
One of the things I love about these misdirection type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the back.
The ball pops out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. He makes the connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. The play action fake. The sure hands, it's Taylor. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
Oh, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. They'll try the right side. At the 35, he's open. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass, trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground. Now taking shots down the field, but I got to protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What a grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Toledo. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Red pass hits complete. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
To the air, it's Manning. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide.
Fires and picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. They'll run the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. He's looking to throw it. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And he he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
21, Georgia Tech, 17.
Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And the pass is intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Trying to find his man on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Open space at the 25. Oh, they knock it free. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about it as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Going to take a shot at this DB. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Ready to fire from the pistol.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. Off-play action on first down. Got his man quickly. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Yellow Jackets are threatening in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Get set. Get set.
Snags it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Makes the grab. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and they now lead by 5. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
29, Georgia Tech, 24.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Out of the gun, the running back has it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And now on second down for this offense. He's got his man. Still running at the 40. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Maddox.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Great move there. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Texas offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And now about this lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Try to get it on the ground. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I think a lot of people in the stadium were questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game? But the gamble paid off.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll try to... Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're setting up the screen. Puts him in the spinner and moves on. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Finds his back in the middle. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Running through contact. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. Grabbed in the middle. It's long. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Texas, 29.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it all by himself down the middle. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Number 5.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Give to this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. On the move at the 30. Ripping through the defense. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. From the gun, Give on the inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Baxter. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to fire on second down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. 1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. Here's a throw downfield late. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up.